Hello and howdy ho everybody, Foxy Games here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV full story playthrough, the Hildebrand quests. We are still in Ishgard at the moment, and while we have not quite solved the mystery of the origin of Hildebrand's new mammoth son, we've kind of come to a bit of a decent conclusion with it. But it would seem that our new friend Seer is not quite satisfied. So let's see what he wants. That you stand here before me is proof that Halone smiles upon me this day. I have need of your assistance, Foxy, and before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed and now missing and presumably dead Knights of the Heavens Ward. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began, yet recently we have heard rumors of these honored sirs walking the streets. 'Tis heresy most foul, I say, and I mean to get to the bottom of it. But we will need all the help we can get, which means, fury take me, we could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he's like to show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way, it'll be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy. Mammoth! Mammoth! Yes, right. Oh, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural rapport, so... Praise Halone, for a moment I was afraid you'd make me beg. This may well be my last chance to prove my worth to my superiors, and if I can't... to Fortom Manor. You know, come to think of it, the weapons on the backs of those strange individuals in the last episode, they did look oddly familiar. Have the Knights of the Heavens Ward been raised as zombies? I actually don't know. Remember, I haven't done this part of the quests. Back at the gazebo. Careful, it might bite you. But why, Papa Hildy? Oh, what's going on? Wait, before we do anything... This person's name is Punchy McKicky. I don't see that suspicious-looking Lalafell around anywhere. Do you? Little Gigi's been a very naughty girl. Uh-oh. Because, Gigi, such behavior is unbecoming a gentleman. But why, Papa Hildy? Why is it unbecoming a gentleman? Ah, Inquisitor Seer, Foxy, good evening to you both. Are you come as adoring fans or on business? Business. Always business, you may rest assured. Then I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am at your service. Is it robbery? Murder? Tax evasion? Evasion? Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? Much as it pains me to admit it, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins, no he's not, attempted to deface this lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him return to the straight and narrow. That's not true. I was drawing a family crest for our home. Now, Gigi, I know you are fond of this gazebo, as are we all, but it belongs to Lord Edmund. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmund, would you? I guess not. Then where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy? And does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle, too? Oh, Gigi, don't you see? We have no need for kettles or gazebos. As gentlemen inspectors, the world is our oyster. We can go whither we please, where the red fern grows or the wild rose blooms. And yet, you've been sleeping in Lord Edmund's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Neshu. Gazebos are quite expensive, and dangerous if not domesticated. dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors free to travel the length and breadth of Eorzea in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away hours beneath a gazebo? I guess. If it's a case you want, you need not go so far. We are currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as Knights of the Heavens Ward. These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee, with the promise of enjoying the company of these great sirs. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their experiences to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter will be greatly appreciated, and for it you shall receive due compensation. Say no more, Inquisitor, say no more. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am well versed in the ways of the fairer sex. Since when? Mummy, Mother dearest, I was under the impression you had departed for Ul'dah. And leave my beloved boy to keep on playing at being an inspector, as well as a father to a bloody mammoth? Bugger that, you're coming home right this instant. How can you say such things? It is my life's calling to be an inspector, and Gigi is my son. He is a Manderville man. Grand as it is to see you, you have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from fiends most foul. Come, Nashu. Come, Gigi. We shall demonstrate to my mother our peerless investigative skills and bring these criminals to justice. Thal's ballsy stubborn. Probably gets it from his sorry ass of a father. I trust you lot'll help me to keep him out of trouble. Right then, come along. Well, that could have gone better, and worse. Let's not keep them waiting. It sure could have gone worse. I mean, she could have taken out the frying pan. Alright, so we have to speak to these ladies who've been, traumatized? Please, do you think me so foolish to fall for their charade? From what I heard from the others, said knights bore not even the slightest resemblance to the Heavens Ward. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my Sir Adolphel's face. Oh, wherever could he be? He's dead. I shall have some choice words for him when he returns. Especially if he cannot properly account for his prolonged absence. He's dead! He's dead, lady! I am truly outside her grace. My allowance all gone to waste on those... I dare not say it. Mayhap those awful rumors are true. Mayhap I must needs accept that he now walks in Halone's halls. He was too beautiful for this world. A good and true knight, a defender of the faith. Oh, Sir Zephyrin, I swear I shall never love another. I don't feel as bad for you. Sir Zephyrin was a murderer. He's the one who killed our beloved Lord Orchiphant. What in the seven hells is so damn appealing about getting paid a pittance to do the watch's job for him? If the knights aren't supposed to, you know, then why are they so popular with the highborn ladies? They want what they can't have, basically. Who needs a gazebo? I do. What is it with this family and gazebos? There must be at least one fair maiden who can tell us something of value. I can say one thing with absolute confidence. They're all quite mad. I demand satisfaction, swift and terrible vengeance. How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions to line their pockets with gil? If Sir Cherubert was here, he'd purge the lot of them like the festering sickness they are. Ah, yes. A pity he too remains missing. So very much a pity. What I'd like to know is who's going to deal with all these criminals and heretics. We can't bloody well be expected to purge them ourselves, now can we? Well, sure we can. I did it. Papa Hildy, that grandmama over there is staring at us. Now, Gigi, a gentleman must be more careful with his words. First of all, you have only one grandmother. Second, and this is tremendously important, never, ever call her that. At least, not yet. Promise? Yes, Father, I promise not to call Grandmama Julian Grandmama Julian. Greetings, milady. Oh, ain't you a charmer? And here I was thinking I might have to rip your bloody head off if you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy? Ah, my faithful assistants. Have you gleaned any new information? Other than the fact that these women were scorned to seem to detest the fake knights with every fiber of their being. These two women were telling me about what they'd do if they cornered Sir... Is this the best you can do, then? Bloody oaths and girlish fantasies, and you call yourself a Manderville man. I assure you, Mother, we are only just getting started. The tapestry of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is oft unraveled with the tug of a single loose thread. I say, young lady, I would beg but a moment of your time. Ugh. Somehow I doubt that young lady was targeted by the charlatans we seek. Aye, 'tis true. I, too, was taken in by the false promises of those awful, awful men. Long have I yearned for a chance to meet Sir Velaguin, so when they said I finally could, I didn't hesitate for a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor and undid the blindfold, and I looked on the hideous faces of those so-called Grand Sirs, I screamed and fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch, but their neighbors said that they had overheard them speaking about shelter in a place called Idleshire. Idleshire? Oh no, the goblins? I know it's not much, but I pray this information helps you in your search. My lady, I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes. Huzzah! 3 cheers for Papa Hildy! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray. And there you have it. Our quarry can be found in Idleshire. Come, my loyal assistants. Justice waits for no gentleman. That's all well and good, but I never heard of this Idleshire. Have you? You mean we're to travel to the Javanian hinterlands? Right now, just like that? Yes, right now, just like that. Ah, what a little prima donna. And our friends are waiting out here in the pouring rain. Ah, bloody waste of time. So, that was a harrowing journey, during which I felt certain I would die horribly, or at least be forced to part ways with my precious bits. Really? I mean... Oh, whatever. You Inquisitors are just a bunch of fops. This place feels somehow familiar, but I can't possibly have come here before, right? It's possible. Ooh, can I keep one? I promise I'll walk him and feed him and put fresh herbs in his mask every day. Are you talking about the goblins? Oh, no. Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work and camaraderie of her uplander and gobby citizens. Yes, well, I'm just glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, and bomb-throwing goblins. You know, the other ones. But they were no match for Lady Juliana and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make the bad gobbies fly again. God's sakes, Hildy. Excepting Foxy, this ought to be dead in a ditch somewhere if it weren't for me. Nonsense! I would never let any harm come to my loyal assistant or my beloved son. If I may interject. Now then, let us split up and question the good people of Idleshire. My keen inspector's sense tells me that one of them has the knowledge of the false knights we seek. Yes, let's go and see what's going on. That's a beautiful horse. Wow. Anyway. Alright. Do you have anything to say to us? Yes, yes. Lajux knows of grand sirs. Sneaky uplanders keep to selves, mingle not with gobby flock. But each to own, Lajux says. No questions. Only jingly shine. Well, you're useless. God, these goblins, they sound a lot like Uldans. How about you? Oh, you must be talking about them Grand Sirs. They drifted into Idleshire some time ago, as I recall. Pay visits to the Great Library, though I couldn't tell you why. Didn't we seal that place back up? Ah. Where are Hildebrand and Nashu? Oh, there they are. There's Nashu, anyway. I want to talk to everybody I can. Ooh, even more name day gifts for me. Oh, Nashu. Julian. A sorrier-looking city of vagabonds, cutthroats, and charlatans I've never seen. Don't you fall in love with them here? We've been here before. Ah, here are the other two. How blessed these goblins and treasure hunters and adventurers must feel to have the freedom to pursue their dreams and live as they see fit. Hooray for everything! How astute. Alright, Seer. Could it be? What, do you smell heresy? Oh, I know all about the Grand Sirs. They keep to themselves in that building of theirs south of the round spot. You best watch out, though. They're a dangerous bunch, liable to kill you for looking at them cockeyed. It's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad, but are you perchance the long-lost twin sister of an Ishgardian noblewoman? Oh, it's a very similar-looking lady. What? Look behind you, a three-headed guvu. Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old woman? Was it the same lady? Oh, jeez. Well, let's go and see what Hildebrand has to say. If only we had the testimony of a concerned citizen which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. So, as it happens, we do. The Grand Sirs are holed up in a building to the south of the markets. Good show, Foxy. There, that's the one. Come, let's inform the others. Twould seem that no one is home. There's naught we can do, then, but wait. Papa Hildy, I just want to say that I... really like this place. I think that you and me and Mama Neshu could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here. You may be right, Gigi. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened, free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the greater whole. Did anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in? As I live and... Hildebrand Heliodor Maximilian Manderville. Could that be? I say, could that be Slowfix coin toss? Do you know this Gabi, Inspector? I most certainly do. Why, Master Slowfix was my very first employer. When traveling through Thanalan long ago, Gabi Flock was waylaid by Uplander bandits. With no jingly shine to pay brass blades, we had no way to backtake goods. Until we make busy deal with Gentleman Uplander, that is. With fastness he finds Uplander bandits and brings much bangy boom, and returns to goodly Gabi's missing goods and great justice. Henceforth Slowfix gains new appreciation for Uplanders, but for chance encounter with Gentleman Uplander he never conceives of egalitarian utopia. One may even claim Hildy a founding father of Idleshire, with metaphorical tongue flaps, that is. Talk about 6 degrees of separation. Ha ha ha! Oh, the memories. It was a near thing, for the bandits were clever enough to see through my ingenious disguise as an innocent milkmaid. But, in my haste to escape, I tripped over a barrel of fire sand, and, as they say, boom gobby doom! No busy deals for the wicked. No busy deals, indeed. She is just slowly coming around to the idea of him being an inspector. But, leaving that delightful anecdote aside, ye gods, Master Slowfix, just looking at what you and your flock have made of these ruins is making me big eyes. Gabi Flock has come long way since wandering days, but we have not forgotten Gentleman Uplander's kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand-lending. Well, far be it from me to refuse. My son Gigi has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We would not require much in the way of accommodations. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice. Why settle for gazebo in perfectly good estate right behind you? Residents of building in arrears, and Slowfix happy to evict them. But we were just pursuing the fiends who lived here, on suspicion of defrauding young women. Fraud? In Slowfix's egalitarian utopia? This he will not abide, all the more reason to let Gentleman Uplander and his flock stay inside instead of Grand Sirs. No need for jingly shine either. Huzzah! A giant gazebo to call our own! I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix. Thank you. No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Gabi Flock is possessed of moral obligation to repay Gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo, and good luck with hunt for Grand Sirs. Papa Hildy, since this is our gazebo, is it okay if I draw our family crest on it? I could think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion, and perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas. Now he's gone and gotten himself a sudden gazebo. Bloody hells, if he really thinks I'm gonna let him keep on playing at being a father. I hope it's waterproof paint. Oh, it's beautiful. Still no sign of the notorious Grand Serres. I dare say we're going to need more paint. Somehow I don't think that's the point. How do you like my family crest? Oh, maybe I should have also painted Grandpapa Godbert and Milady Julian. Gigi's so talented, just like her grandpapa. That old woman must have followed us here from Ishgard. She's involved in this, that much is clear, but the question is how? Even supposing I were to turn a blind eye to his shenanigans, this is no place to raise a child. She's slowly coming around to it. Much as it pains me to admit it, a gentleman's stamina is not without limits. I dare say I could go with a spot of tea. Hey, Inspector, is it just me, or have those two been looking at us for the past few minutes? Wow, two suspicious-looking individuals. Oh, 'tis quite normal behavior from my adoring fans, I should think. When finally presented with an opportunity to meet their idol in the flesh, all too many succumb to their fear and flee. Or maybe, just maybe, they're the Grand Bloody Serres! Come on, they're getting away. Okay. Let's go find them. Oh god, Gigi. They went that way, to the right. I'll catch up to you all soon, so just go. What happened to you? Did you trip? Huh. Oh well, you'll be fine. What is wrong with you? Ugh. Fury take me, I haven't run like that since Sir Cherubit chased me up and down the steps of faith brandishing a flaming... Wait, where is Gigi? Huh, spare the flaming rod, spoil the milksop. What? Where could those two have got to? Hearken to me, you dastardly rapscallions! You have nowhere to run! Reveal yourselves at once! I shall not ask you again. Come forth, Grand Sirs. Name yourselves, and answer for your misdeeds. What the fuck? There are a couple of old people? Slayer of 1,000,000 worms, the silver spear which hath pierced the very heavens, O land! Master of magics ancient and awesome, the divine hand which hath defeated all maladies and saved senescence and incontinence, Gone Spot! Grand Sirs Excelsior! I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. Mayhap both. Grandsires, Grandsires, You stand accused of willfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgard to attend private parties under false pretenses, thereby inflicting upon them terrible financial and emotional distress. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am come on behalf of those poor defenseless innocents, and to see that no others are made to suffer as they did. Now lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody. Ha! The audacity of this boy. You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. Oh, wow. You will rue this day and rue it hard! Wow, is he actually really strong? Gods, how I've missed this. The air streaming past, the blood pumping, the taste of copper on my lips, the slight dizziness. Oh no. It was on a day like this that we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, we never truly came back down. What? Do mine eyes deceive? Pig's knee of my heart, descend from Helone's halls and guide me to her bosom. What is this? My beloved, my everything, long have I waited for this moment. Take me in your arms once more and lift me higher, higher, higher. Higher, higher, higher. He actually died. He was having a heart attack mid-jump. Orland! 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 Is he actually dead? Alas, poor Orland. I knew him not in the slightest, but he seemed a decent man, chicanery and attempted murder notwithstanding. You will rue this day, and rue it hard! Oh no. Oh no, that poor guy. Well, you know, at least it wasn't Hildebrand this time. Oh, wait, I've seen this before. All too recently. Ahem. Yes, anyway, he's only mostly dead. If the Master of Magic's ancient and awesome here acts with all haste, this man may yet be saved. Are you senile? Oh, you're referring to me. I see, I see. With all haste, was it? Yes, yes, I'll get right on that. Oh, mournful voice of creation, that's an Asian thing. Send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite... no, wait, that's no good. Let me see. Something of a rather less controversial tradition, yes. Something with more pep! A vortex of biting winds to rend the flesh! And smite my foes! No. Foes? I thought you were friends! Oh no. What have we stumbled onto? Oh, he is alive. Saint Renette, bug at me with a bleeding guy bulg. My back! My back! 'Twould seem I've underestimated you lot. That makes two of us. Enough! Leave them be, or do you not care what becomes of the mammoth? Gigi! But when? How? Oh, it's the old woman. I thought I recognized you. First in Ishgard, then in Idleshire. You've been following us since we left the capital. Bearer of faces, fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow which hath deceived kings and queen, Doris! You can't possibly have been so naive as to think we'd not see through your ridiculous disguises. And yet here you are, so effortlessly and easily lured into our trap, for which we are most grateful, mind. My companions are hardly cut out for life on the road. All has been in preparation for this moment. The parties, the petty schemes. From the first, the objective of this grand design has been this singular mammoth. I swear to you, if you harm Gigi in any way, we have no desire to hurt the boy. We but require his help to reclaim that which is rightfully ours, our youth. Confound it, I can't see! Damn, they're very slowly getting away. Oh god. This is so sad. Papa Hildy! Gigi! Stay strong, my son. I swear I shall find you. Find him? You could just... You can probably walk faster than they are. Oh my god. We're actually the dumbest. Fine job he did protecting that mammoth of his, eh? Remind me again why we didn't just, you know... Yeah, I'm with you on this one. Do you think they're headed for the old mill? If not, can we go anyway? I haven't had cider in ages. 12 strike me down for a fool. So desperate was I to seize the grand sirs that I failed to discern their true intent before it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. What if I never see my beloved son again? I suppose we ought to be prepared for the worst. It could be halfway to Radzit by now. Oh, you think that, Nashu? Do you really think that? I very much doubt that, given that they were moving at Adamantoist's pace. The little milksop's right. Let's go after the old buggers. Huh. That's what my mentor used to call me, among other things. Oh, the memories. I can't believe this is real. This quest has not gone the way I imagined it at all. Who was the face on that weird saint-looking thing in that dude's delusion? Why do I get the feeling that's supposed to be like Yoshi P's face or something? Oh, look, they're right here. Let me guess. Wondering why I haven't gone and smacked him upside the head and put an end to this rubbish, eh? There's a time for cracking skulls and a time for letting your idiot of a son deal with his troubles on his own. That's why. Well, I mean, that's the only reason I haven't intervened. Think he's sleeping or just resting his eyes? We mustn't act rashly. If they realize they're being watched, they may attempt to flee again, very slowly. So, it seems that the Grand Sirs have been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them. What? How ironic. Also, how premature. We have them, yes, but they still have Gigi. Damn it, if only some manner of opportunity would present itself. Ask and ye shall receive. We could ambush that wizened dragoon, take him hostage, and demand an exchange. Inquisitor Seer, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, no. We shall approach this problem as paragons of honor and virtue. Foxy will stalk and subdue the Grand Sire, then relieve him of his armor. How is stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage? Rest assured, I shall reveal all soon enough. Godspeed, Foxy. Okay. Do take care to obtain the Dragoon's armor through gentlemanly means. We must always endeavor to treat our elders with the utmost respect. Oh, really? Do you think he's just going to acquiesce? Oh, yes, let's not even bother to discuss the moral and ethical implications, much less the legal ones. Well, hey, they're kidnapping, alright? Oh, boy. This has gone to weird places, let me tell you. Oh, wow. Anyway, let's beat up an old man. Ah! I knew you'd... Oh, wait, who are you again? There's something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms, those strong yet tender-looking fingers. I say, would you be so kind as to massage my shoulders, young lady? There's this lingering ache, this tension that Gunspark can't seem to soothe with his magics. Remove my breastplate? Oh, of course, how silly of me. Pray lend me a hand with the straps. Truly, young lady, you are a saint. Oh, I swear it's the little things you begin to appreciate. My dear departed wife used to help me with my armor, you know. Right, right. I should be seated to better receive your tender ministrations. Ah, the healing tingle. Would that I had a tincture of salamander with which to treat these aches. My little pig's knee used to spread some on my chest and under my nose to help me sleep through the night. Oh, pig's knee, that's what he said in that vision. Maybe he thought it was his wife. Come, do not be shy. Work those soothing fingers into each and every knot. Slowly. Make me forget my troubles. Why is this a thing? Why? This is the second time we've had to do something like this. Harder, harder. Higher, higher. Close your eyes and dream. Well, he's asleep now. The old dragoon's soft snoring suddenly stops, and you begin to fear you may have borne witness to his final moments. Leaning closer, you extend a hesitant finger, only stops short when a sudden spasm signals the resumption of his labored breathing. Oh, God. With the utmost care, you remove Orland's sabatons and breeches, leaving the sleeping old man exposed to the elements and at the mercy of the nearby ravenous bears and tentacled morbles. May he rest in peace. There is no ambiguity as to what situation we're leaving him in. Good night, sweet prince. This quest has gone to some really dark places all of a sudden. Oh dear. Oh well. I mean... they did kidnap Hildy's son. Ah, my stalwart assistant. By your return, I gather you have taken care of the dragoon. And by taking care, I mean afforded him all the due courtesy as befitting a man of his years, while returning with the equipment I require. Something like that. Entrusted to you, entrusted, by its elderly owner that he may receive a vigorous massage, this suit of armor is surprisingly light and reeks of garlic. Gross. The old grade mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Right. Capital! Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orland and free Gigi from captivity. But you two look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind. Oh, ye of little faith, you are in for a treat, for you shall have a front row seat to the magnificent display of Mandervillian guile and subterfuge. Oh, Jesus. Hey, is it time for dinner yet? We just ate, you daft bugger. Ah, where the hell's this Orland? I know he's got to take a piss every hour, but damn it, he could at least be quick about it. There's no mistaking it. Greetings, fellow antediluvians. I have returned. Oh, bollocks. It's about time. Okay, no, that's bollocks. Pack up your things. I want us back on the road in 10 minutes. Before we do that, we must first release young Gigi here. 'Tis behavior on becoming a gentleman to keep children in cages. What in the seven hells are you blathering about? He's going to get away. No, he will not. See? Still here within my care. Right then, on a completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy with me on a brief sojourn into the wilderness. Fury take me, it's working. He's about to walk out of there with Gigi, and they won't even try to stop him. So far, so good. Oh, of course he's back. Ugh, I'm cold and there are morbals after me. I'm me, but you're also me. But that can't be, unless... This is it. This is the moment when my life flashes before my eyes. Oh, my dearest Pigsney, we'll be together at last. They are all idiots, every single one of them. Imposter! How dare you attempt to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed that it would make a minstrel blush? Ye gods, I never realized dying would hurt so much. Now's our chance, Gigi. Come with me. Vivi, wait! My son? What's gotten into you? Vivi. Vivi. Where have I heard that name before? Remember who you are, Vivi. What you are. A creation of the great Charlian Archmagus Quan. Oh, the Final Fantasy IX references, though. Quan. I was given life by Grandpapa Quan. I remember now. We lived together, and he taught me many things about the outside world. What exactly do you remember, my son? Everything. Yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Quan created me, that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. Grandpapa Quan abandoned me. He believed you were flawed, Vivi. That you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again. And so in his ignorance he cast you out and died all alone. To turn back the hands of time, then what we witnessed in the Crozier with the Duke's priceless vase, that power could be brought to bear on people? But wait, how do you know of all this? You couldn't possibly have been associates of this Archmagus Quan. We found his journals during one of our many trips into the Great Library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We were famed heroes of the war in our prime, with fortunes to match. But no soldier has the strength to triumph over time, and before we knew it, the hour of the sheath was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services. Man, there's a lot of references to time and time shifting in Heaven's Ward. So we came here to eke out a living, to keep doing what we do best, until our bodies wouldn't let us. Imagine our surprise when we stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime. A second lifetime, as it were. A mammoth with the power to take that which was broken and restore it to its prime state. To turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth. Fury take me, this is also... I don't even know if there's a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy. We knew where to look, even. With the journals, we determined that the mammoth was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance, for a second chance, was within reach. And then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi from the snow, nearly ruining everything. Vivi, listen to me. Come with us and we can help you unlock your true potential. Just think what you could accomplish were you to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have the power to restore life to Archmagus Quan. Vivi. Impossible! No magic can truly return the dead to us. At best you can animate a corpse. I need not review the precepts to declare that. And to declare that the products of necromancy are abominations in the eyes of the Fury. Gigi, wait! What of our adventures? What of our gazebo? You are a Manderville mammoth. You have always been so kind to me, Papa Hildy, and I will forever be grateful for that. But Grandpapa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him. So even if it fails, I have to try. What are you doing? They're getting away. We have to stop them. Mayhap we must respect Gigi's decision. So that's the end of that chapter, eh? You giving up and coming back home? I, too, made a decision long ago to become a traveling inspector, and I have ever stood by it. Mayhap it is from this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide by it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. Aye, it falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps to the righteous path, and only utilizes traditional methods of zombification to raise the dead. God. Inquisitor Seer, I must applaud your dedication to your work, and cannot thank you enough for all you've done on our behalf. Yet I fear, if we continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to rash action. Therefore, I would ask that you suspend your pursuit of the Grand Sirs for a time, that I might be afforded the opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully. Well, seeing as how we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, it might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them. I knew you would understand. Right then. There is no time to waste. Nashu, let us retire to our new gazebo and discuss our plans. Again, surprisingly well thought out for you. I suppose it'd have been a shame that had he given up that easily. Though that means I'll have to stick around even longer. On the other hand, if that bloody mammoth's really got the power to make them young again, then... I mean, she doesn't even look that old. I don't know what she's getting in her head. I said I'd suspend my pursuit, and I will, but that doesn't mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth and its powers in Ishgard. Ah, I see you saw fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, including many of Charlian origin, and I had a mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This, of course, all for the sake of confirming the mammoth's heretical origin. Yes, only that. Now don't tell me you're looking for youth too. Why are you looking at me like that, as if to imply that my interest in these matters is more than a professional one? I'm sure I don't know what you're not talking about. Thank you, Foxy. That will be all. Or maybe he's come to care.